Where do I see myself?
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 I see myself breaking the story.
I see myself building an effective and moving campaign.
I see myself turning ideas into reality.
I see myself creating interactive new worlds.
I see myself as a creative director.
As a journalist.
As a film producer.
As a game designer.
I see myself at Centennial College.
Our next story is about a holiday some of our viewers might never have heard of. I'm talking about Nowruz, which means New Day and is also known as Persian New Year. One of the traditional customs of Nowruz is the family will gather a pile of wood and brush in the street or park, light it at sunset, and take turns jumping over it, singing, "I give my paleness to the line, and I take the red, healthy color." There are plenty of fireworks. It occurs every year on the first day of spring, and this year, it was on March 20th. The Journal was able to join in with the festivities, so let's have a look.
I'm Mona. Today I will be talking about the event and the celebration of our Persian New Year. There are different elements and different things that we put on our table. When it happens, it usually symbolizes spring, and it symbolizes our love towards each other. 7 kind of different things that we have to put on our table, and they all start with S in our language, and we call it hafsin. The first thing I put was garlic. Garlic symbolizes good food and great taste of all foods. This one is called sabze. It's just vegetable growing. We put water on it every day, and this symbolizes our lives being green. The next thing that we put is money. You could put pennies, dimes, whatever money you have. You don't put bills, just put coins. This symbolizes finance. This symbolizes good finance throughout the whole year. Next thing we put this beautiful flower. We always put different kind of flowers. It doesn't matter which kind you put, but it matters if you have one on your table, which symbolizes growth and, getting to where you want, being successful in life. The next thing we put is a little fruit. It's called senjet. Senjet grows in really, really warm and hot places. And what it symbolizes is hard work. That means our people put this seed on the ground, and it grows in the hardest conditions that any plant can survive. I designed some of the eggs. We usually cook them for about 3 to 5 minutes so it doesn't smell after a while, because we have to have this this whole thing for about 5 to 7 days. It's just for beauty. It's not necessarily, but it adds that touch of the Persian culture. The hardest thing for me is being away from my family. It's absolutely too hard. It's painful. When I see other cultures and they're happy, their New Year's, I think to myself and I say, what would happen if my family, all of them were here? Like my grandma, my grandpa, my aunts, my uncles. I really miss them, and I wish they were here so we could, celebrate this beautiful event together. It's a beautiful celebration that we have. It's amazing. Once you get to know what goes on in it and why we put all these things that we put, what it symbolizes, it's absolutely beautiful.
There are actually several different New Year celebrations throughout the year. In ancient times, many different calendars were used around the world. Although everyone has adopted that Gregorian calendar that we are all familiar with, many of the old New Year's dates are still celebrated.
It's not all that different from what we do now on December 31st with all the decorations and celebrations. There just happens to be in March. Of course, the origin of the holiday is from Zoroastrian religion, celebrating the birth of fire.
Well, while we're going to keep on going with more Persian culture, in the next story, our very own Persian Sasha Akbari takes us to a place where we can get a taste of Persia without having to buy a plane ticket. Why don't we take a look?